up, y'all? It's your girl, B. Octavia, checking on in. How y'all doing today? Let me know in the comments below. Today's video will be a story time, but before I get into this story time, let me just tell you that I'm 23 years old. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm an entrepreneur with my own skincare and cosmetics brand. Oh, that's a lot of attitude with that, but and I've been doing story times very frequently. I've been trying to, just so y'all know, or y'all can really understand me as a person. And through my experiences throughout my short lifetime. Growing up in DC is not easy by any means, but I just want for my experiences that I tell y'all to really teach y'all things, not only about me, but just about life. Because in every situation, we can learn something. And it might be a positive something, or it might be a negative something. And this is something, you know what I'm saying? By the title, you can see that it says that I got dropped. And I don't know if that's slang, you can you understand what I'm saying. I got dropped, well, it wasn't knocked unconscious. It was like knocked out momentarily, like for a couple seconds, and then you come to and you realize what had happened. This unfortunate scenario happened in middle school. Yes, middle school. Now, this was the lunch slash recess. This is when that happened, right? We had a candy lady in the school. They wanted to make as much money off of us as possible. As you know, that's how schools get down. But they had a candy lady, so I went and took my little monies to the candy lady, and it was a long line. Now, before I start, let me just say this. Elementary, that was Southeast. Middle school, that was Northwest. I believe that's Northwest. So I'm already like out of my element, but I felt like I could start fresh with nobody who knew me, or a select few people that might have came from Southeast as well, but majority nobody knows me. So this can really help me understand if it's me or if it's everybody else. Now, back to the candy lady. So I'm standing in line. It was a pretty long line. I get up to the front of the line. We do the transaction with my little monies, and I get out the line. I get my stuff. I get out the line. We still in the area where the candy lady is, but I'm talking to a couple of associates. So I'm having a conversation, and somebody comes up from behind me. I was given my candy and things in a brown paper bag. So I'm holding the paper bag like this, not like folded up and like that. I'm holding it like this. So I'm talking to the associates, and somebody grabs at my bag, my brown paper bag. When this person grabs at my bag, at that moment in time, I didn't look back. My reflexes kicked in, because it wasn't a like, oh, what's in the bag? It was like, oh, give me some of this. You know what I'm saying? It was like, give me what's in the bag type of shit. So my reflexes kicked in, and I yanked it back, and I popped them with the bag. Now, when I popped them with the bag, and that's the only, like, in that moment when the bag popped on his face, that's when I realized it was a boy. And that's when I realized who it was. So at the moment when I popped the bag on his face, because it's like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you doing? So I did that, and instantly he dropped me, right? He dropped me like a bad habit, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Luckily, it wasn't like this, but it was a backhanded slap. It was a backhanded slap. Now, I dropped to the floor, and it took me a couple seconds, cause I had never been hit like that. I had never been hit like that in my face by a male. Like, I had never got hit like that, period. So it was really shocking to me. It confused me. It really did confuse me, because I'm like, but you was trying to grab at my bag. So my reflex is kicking in. Why in the fuck you hitting me? And when I dropped, like, to be honest with y'all, I felt powerless. And it's crazy because I knew that I did nothing wrong, and I knew that regardless of what I did, that doesn't warrant a nigga or a boy or whoever to put their hands on me, especially a boy. But in that moment, when I'm dropping to the floor, it was like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? But then you get bitched out. You get your shit took. At the time, it was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed. But growing up and still remembering that incident, I had nothing to be embarrassed about, because of the simple fact that he showed his ass more than I did. He showed his character right then and there. He showed his character, and I showed mine too. But it's positive and it's a negative. I defended my items that I just bought with my little money. So you put your hands on anybody because they won't give you something, or because I checked your motherfucking ass, that's showing where you'll be. You know what I'm saying? That's showing that you won't get far in the lady department. You're going to have a lot of women pressing charges on you. You're going to go to jail for a while behind touching a woman who doesn't want to be touched, or, that domestic violence shit. That moment was a real moment, because it made me understand the position that I've seen my parent be in. It made me understand the scenarios and the situations that young girls and women before me and before my time had to go through or did go through. And it's a very psychological thing, because I feel like mainly DC, like, dudes who put their hands on women, they really feel like it's gonna make you respect them. No, I don't respect you. I don't respect you none. And it was even more mind-boggling when years later in high school, I went to high school at Blue, that's in Southeast. So I went from Southeast to Northwest to Southeast. Years later in high school, this same boy pops up. He goes here now. Okay, well, do your thing. I'm gonna do mine. No. He doesn't do that. As if he does not remember dropping me like a bad habit. He actually comes up to me and says, "What's up?" Like, "Oh, what's up? It's nice to see you. You don't have a friend in me, sir. You don't have a friend in me." Something so serious as somebody putting their hands on you. And this is to young women and to young men too, because domestic violence is not acceptable. Men shouldn't put their hands on women. And don't put your hands on my snacks, okay? That got you the pop with the bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. I want everybody to know that domestic violence is unacceptable. You know, if you got a woman and you feel like you got to put your hands on this woman to control her or to make her stay with you or to make her love you or something, no, that's not the way to go. And hopefully she will build her strength to build a case against your motherfucking ass. Okay? And even if it's not no relationship, if somebody puts their hands on you and seriously like smacks the shit out of you or punches you or something to that degree, don't ever be friendly with them ever again. Don't do that, because they'll do something 10 times worse to you if they're in a deep depression, if they drunk. You know what I'm saying? You don't trust those type of people. Don't do it. So that's my story time. Domestic violence or violence period against women, none of it is acceptable. I'm pretty sure that guy hasn't had a very nice road or journey. He hasn't had a very nice journey through life, because he liked girls. He had back-to-back girlfriends, but if you keep smacking them up, you won't keep them. You know? They're going to build their strength up and either fuck you up like Jennifer Lopez did, or for enough, or, you know, they just going to walk out on you when you really need them. Word to the wise. Just don't do it.